Hello, welcome to our channel. It's Paula Edwards from Advanced Virtual Assistants. So good to see you here. Thank you for joining us. Today, I wanted to talk to you a bit about AI. I know I've been talking a lot about this, but it's so topical right now, and I just feel so many people are feeling quite threatened by AI taking over a lot of the VA work. And I mean, it's not without good reason that people are feeling like that, but I think it's essential to look at it from a different lens really and see how it can enhance our businesses. Really, really important to say that AI at the moment anyway cannot take over the human element. I think we need the human intelligence to rationalize things, to think things through, to check things. So AI is not at the point yet in that it's taking over from what us as virtual assistants can do. It definitely enhances things though, and you would be foolish to not get on the bandwagon and start digging in and finding out how it can help you in your business. VA or any business for that matter, VA, OBM, doesn't matter what you do. I literally use it all day, every day. It enhances what I do, it speeds me up. And I really think I'd kind of be lost without it now. We've got so used to using it. So I think it's important to just reiterate that it's not replacing VAs or OBMs. And although there is a lot of automations that can do some of the work that we used to do, but I think it is about us up leveling ourselves in that, we are providing the human element that needs to happen, but we're embracing AI so that we can, be more effective, more efficient, more standardized, more consistent, all of the things really. So of course it is changing our world, the online world, but really quickly. In fact, probably the wider world, in all honesty. And clients are expecting us to know a bit more about AI. And not all of them. I think a lot of clients are interested to know more about AI themselves. We've got people that fully embrace it and are all over it and really utilizing it really well. And we've got clients who know they should be dipping their toe in but haven't started yet. And this is an opportunity for you really to bring in those things that clients want to bring in these efficiencies and use these tools to improve the things in their business. This is an opportunity for you to introduce those things. So just a quick overview then. I mean, the most commonly used one is ChatGPT. It's a great free version, but I do have the pro, and I think it's $20 or pounds a month. Money well spent as far as I'm concerned, because I've set it up to be a whole environment that's got lots of information in there. For me, I use more than one tool, because I think there's so many out there now, and there's so many different ways you can use AI, but I think it's about learning to work which things work best for what you need it to use it for. So with ChatGPT, it's a really good entry level. If you've not had a go playing around with AI yet, I think it's a great place to start. And the free version is really good, and it's really helpful for helping you sort of do brainstorming. I've been playing around with some new concepts with my ChatGPT, and we're just kind of having a back and forth conversation in a way, and like digging deeper and helping me think about, bring ideas to fruition really. It's also really good for drafting emails. If you're it's much quicker than we can, well, certainly much quicker than I can type, but just doing the first draft of a response to an email, and then I make it my own thereafter. It's really good for doing research summaries. So if you're researching something, or you've got big documents, you could say, bring out the highlights in this document, that type of thing. Generating ideas. So maybe you want some help with creating content, whether it's yours or your clients, social media content, that type of thing. What else is it good for? To help you put SOPs together, that mapping out processes and formalizing the structure of those. What else do I use it for? Well, really everything, honestly. There's so much you can use it for. But I think, as VAs, definitely sort of give it a good go. It's good for turning your voice notes into polished emails. It's good for meeting summaries, like I said, social media content, newsletter content. Even thinking about sort of workflows and mapping things out, what you can automate it's really helpful for you to think about those things. It's not always accurate. It's, none of these things are always accurate. So if it's something that you need to fact check, make sure you do. But always really closely proofread it, because sometimes it can throw up some things in there that's just completely off the wall. So yeah, just be really careful to not over rely on it and just use it for the tool that it's meant to be. Another really popular one is Claude. I use that as well. I've got the paid for version with that one. That's I think that Claude is much more in depth. I use it for bigger pieces of work. Sometimes if I'm really trying to put something that's a big piece of work together, I might start it in ChatGPT and then run it through Claude as well. I quite like doing that. Quite good for strategy and analysing information. And there's some really good workflows and things like that it's great for, and it can pull documents from out of your Google Drive or whatever as well. So Claude is another level, but again, like I say, it's really good for the sort of deeper work, I'd say. Another popular one is Canva. Obviously most of us are using Canva, and if that's also got its own AI now, which can really help you with pulling your designs together much more quickly. Another one I like for designs is Gamma, I think it's called, and that's really great for throwing together PowerPoint presentations. It's amazing what it can pull together really quickly. So that's another really great tool to get started. Both Canva and Gamma are really good for that type of thing. Gamma, especially with your presentations and workbooks and things, if you're doing that for clients. But obviously Canva, you've got your social media graphics and all of the things in there. It's there, the AI in there is really good as well. And then there's also things obviously inside your Google or your Microsoft. Make sure you're using those things. You could review email threads or get the highlights, or you can also have it put together draft emails for you in response to things. And they've also got your calendar scheduling links in there now as well. If you've not got those set up, they're really good in the they're not really bad, they're not bad at all in the native. Certainly Google, I'm kind of a Google user, but I'm fairly sure Microsoft will have that too. So there's that's amazing. Some of the project management tools have got some great AI capability. We use ClickUp here, and we use the AI for automations and things like that, which is really helpful. But things like Notion and that type of thing, they've all got their own versions now, which you can just use for your project management support, SOP creation, all of the usual things really, building dashboards, that kind of thing. So project management tools are really good as well. So I think it's important to sort of see it as a tool that helps you to save time, but not remove the quality. Definitely can help with consistency. AI can help with removing any repetitive tasks. So anything that you could automate, it's definitely worth looking at that. It helps you with your creativity. So if you're feeling like I want to pull something together, but I'm lacking creativity today, you can sort of bounce back and forth with one of the tools like ChatGPT, for example, to give you some inspiration that's really helpful for that. But as I said, always fact check the outputs, because sometimes there are some anomalies in there. So never just blindly copy and paste stuff. Be mindful of client confidentiality. If things like some of the courses, certainly ours, you're not allowed to run through ChatGPT or through AI, because it's our IP and it's not for you to share elsewhere. So be really careful with what you're doing in terms of what you're running through there. It can be like some contracts that you purchase. You're not really meant to put those through AI either. So just be really careful that you're not doing anything you shouldn't be doing there, and protect your own confidentiality and your clients' confidentiality. But make sure that you're using it to speed up tasks. Use it for your inbox, your social media, research, meeting summaries is another one. Things like Fathom and Otter and that type of thing is invaluable. Use it for your SOPs. I use it for my client onboarding. Everything in here is automated in our client onboarding, proposal drafts, so much you can use it for. But don't be put off by all of these things. The really important thing is that you can just get started if you haven't already. And if you, I mean, if you're once you get started, you'll be blown away by how much it can speed things up and really help you. So I really want to encourage you to do that, but always be mindful of what it can't do and the things that the restrictions in terms of confidentiality and what you should and shouldn't be running through there. But yeah, overall, dip your toe in, but always fact check. Okay, I hope that's been helpful. Please be brave and dive in. And if you've given it a go, I'd love to hear how you're getting on with it. So always let us know how you're getting on and what you're finding. And I'm always here to answer any questions the best I can. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. Bye for now.